Good morning and welcome, everybody, to the Castle Open Air Theater. Will everyone who is able please stand for the processional? We are proud to have 2025 music education major and graduate Mark Frederick Hoyer, who will receive his degree at the ceremony this afternoon. Here to perform our national anthem. Will you all please remain standing? And gentlemen, we ask that you remove your caps as Mark sings the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Junior marshals, please post the colors.
Thank you, Mark, for leading us in singing the Star-Spangled Banner. Audience, please be seated. I am Dr. Lori Cook Benjamin, Chief Academic Officer. Welcome to the 2025 Spring Commencement Ceremony. To our graduates, families, and friends, thank you for supporting you, our graduates, throughout their Doane journey. To our Doane faculty and staff, thank you for educating and caring for our graduates. And to our graduates, you are ready. You are Doane. No matter where your journey takes you, Doane's education and experiences have formed the foundation for your continued success. At this time, I would like to ask Belinda Weber, who is receiving her Master's in Business Administration degree today, to come forward for the opening reflection and prayer.
Welcome, everyone. Good morning. As an older student who graduated from Doane University with my bachelor's degree 29 years ago, and my nephew is out there somewhere is graduating today, couldn't be prouder. My journey to this moment has been shaped by both loss and resilience. After the passing of my husband, Tom, the life force and internal voice that pushed me forward, I made a commitment to honor in his belief in me. That commitment led me here, to the completion of my MBA. A step toward my goal of becoming part of the part-time adjunct faculty at Doane University and mentoring the next generation of business leaders. Throughout my career as a VP at Emeritus, spanning both IT and business, I have witnessed firsthand the rapid evolution of technology and its transformative power. We stand at a crossroads where AI and other advancements are reshaping industries. But technology alone is not the answer. It is how we bridge the gap between innovation and practical business application that defines us. My goal has always been to be that bridge, helping businesses and individuals navigate change, harness technology for the greater good, and turn aspiration into action. My story is proof that transformation is possible at any stage in life. Change is not just for the young, it's for the willing. So as we stand on the edge of our own next chapters, I encourage each of you, regardless of where you are in life, to embrace change, commit to your dreams, and most importantly, follow through. Because the future isn't just something that happens to us, it's something we shape. As we gather here today to celebrate the achievements of the graduates, we acknowledge the diverse faiths, beliefs, and backgrounds represented in this community. Will you all please stand? In my Christian faith, I would like to share a passage from Jeremiah 29:11, verses 2 through 6 with you. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Please join me in a moment of prayer or personal reflection, each in your own way. God, thank you for the journey that brought us to this day, for the lessons learned, the friendships made, and the strength found in every challenge. As we step into a new chapter, grant us wisdom to choose well, courage to follow our purpose, and grace to make a difference in this world. Bless our steps, guide our hearts, and walk with us into the future. Amen. Thank you.
Linda, thank you. Please be seated. Our next speaker graduated from Doane in 1982. He's a leader. He lives with purpose. He believes in this university and our call to educate students. Everyone, the 13th president of Doane University, Dr. Roger Hughes.
Thank you, Lori. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much, Doane Concert Band and Director Andy Fays for playing here at commencement. Thanks to Belinda Weber for giving the opening reflection and Mark Hoyer for singing the national anthem. Thanks also to the facilities and grounds crew who for all their help getting this campus beautiful as it always is and ready for the commencement festivities, as well as the staff volunteers who are helping here today. It truly takes a village to get this place set up for the beauty that you see today. Will all veterans, as well as active members of the military branches, please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service, for your sacrifices, for protecting us and defending our rights. It's my pleasure to welcome everyone to the 2025 Spring Commencement at Doane University. We gather here on our Creek campus to celebrate this monumental achievement, one that will change the trajectory of yours and your family's lives. Through your hard work, perseverance, and intellectual accomplishments, you have earned your doctorate, master's, Bachelor of Arts, or Bachelor of Science degrees. These students had to persevere through a pandemic that forced all of us to pivot in so many ways. But as with any challenge, there are also hidden opportunities. We've all been forced to think and act differently. The challenges we have and we are currently facing force us to examine the way we've always done things and evolve to how many new ways can we do things. We hope your time at Doane has exceeded your expectations. Your very presence here as a graduate speaks to your self-sacrifice, your work ethic, intellectual acuity, and the fact that you learned that success can't be attained without failure, and that greatness cannot be achieved if you become satisfied. You learned this because at Doane, we build leaders. No leader is successful by themselves. Every successful leader has a team behind them who supported, nurtured, kicked them in the seat of their pants when they needed motivation, or picked them up after a failure, gave the hugs and the encouragement needed to start again. To those who provided that support for one of our graduates today, thank you so much for your investment and a special welcome to Doane to you. And now, it's my pleasure to introduce and welcome back to campus today's commencement speaker, James Beatty. His bio is in the program, but I want to hit some of the highlights. JB, a 1970 graduate of Doane, is president of NCS International that's located in Omaha. He was named one of America's top 50 consultants by Consultant Connection. He has worked on over 300 projects representing 30,000 plus jobs and over $3 billion in investment. He has written extensively on economic development, and his work is featured in the Wall Street Journal, the Atlanta Business Journal, Nation's Business, and the New York Times. He was appointed to the Congressional Office of U.S. Technology and Assessment and has delivered keynote speeches to the National Governors Association and the Aspen Institute. Doane University has recognized JB with the Paul Kurzenbrock Humanitarian and Honor D Awards. Additionally, he was the first African American to graduate from Doane with a degree in mathematics. Please join me in welcoming James Beatty.
Good morning, everybody. You might be a little cold here, huh? So I'm not going to talk the full 45 minutes they asked me to do this. But I'm happy to be here. I'm absolutely ecstatic to be here. And I do want to say thank you to President Hughes, the board of directors, especially Paul Shellstraight, who's threatened me more than once if I didn't single him out. Faculty and staff, and even though I don't know the faculty and staff, I'm getting to know them. And I'm going to tell you, I'm more than impressed. Doane's a special place. I'm in my jam right now. Know this. I'm here. Right down here is where I met the first president of Doane. We had steak dinner that night, and I never will forget it. So, family and friends, y'all been working hard. Getting these degrees is not easy, is it? Now, I'm looking at the graduates now. PhDs and doctorates and masters, come on. That's not an easy thing to do. Somewhere along the way, you said, why am I doing this? This is more work than need be, isn't it? And I shouldn't have to work this hard for all this knowledge. And understand, I really emphasize knowledge when I talk about that as well, too. But look here, now I would be an absolute fool if I didn't recognize my favorite Doane student, who's also my wife of 57 years, that I met in that building right there when it was the campus center, Earlene Clay Beatty, over there sitting with Laura as well. And I also failed to say hello and recognize Dr. LCB. How about that? And today's her last day. For some, it's a great day, right? It's her last day. Anyway, be that as it may, you are special people. Listen, I did a lot of research on this. Since Roger called me on March 21st at 11:29 a.m. and asked me to be the keynote speaker, my life has just been totally disrupted. I have thought about nothing but giving this keynote address. Nothing. I had to watch my steps. I didn't want to get hurt. I didn't want to get put in jail. I didn't want anything to happen to me. I got to get down here, man. I cannot put anything in jeopardy. And so I do what I do best. I went to my computer and did research, not only on Doane, but on what Doane means and what Doane has meant over the years. You know what? As master's and PhD recipients, you're in a very select group. Only 25 and older, 23.2% of the United States has college degrees. But when you get to master's, only 6.2%. Doctorate, 2.1%. You're in pretty special company. Give yourselves a hand. You're pretty doggone special. Give yourself a hand. You've overcome. You've worked hard. You stayed up nights. You questioned yourself at times. Why am I doing this? Do I really need this degree to do what I need to do? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Who knows? But you know what? It's not in getting the degree, it's what you do with it. It's what you do with it. Doane teaches leadership. Don't leave here, don't leave this campus today and lead somewhere. Doane's mission is to build a global community. You are a leader in that global community. Know this. Know this. You're not just a follower. You are a leader. You were meant to be. You didn't choose Doane. Doane chose you. Understand this. You overcame. You sacrificed, as did your families. You need how much more money? Doane has positioned you to be the leaders. Now, being a leader is not easy. Some say I am one. My wife says otherwise. But be that as it may, leadership, just think about it in a second. How leadership has affected your lives. We all drove here today in a car, right? Car of your choice. Who was the inventor of the automobile? And it wasn't Henry Ford. It was Carl Benz. Now, just so you know, I know what I'm doing too. I know how to look up stuff. It was Carl Benz in 1885. The Ford didn't come along till 1896. But Edison, who failed thousands of times with the light. Alexander Graham Bell, when he presented his telephone idea to Rutherford B. Hayes, the President of the United States, the President said, and I quote, "That's an amazing invention, but who would ever want to use one of them?" Martin Luther King, enough said. Rosa Parks, who affects my life, I had a chance to meet her. Rosa Parks had enough gumption to say, "I am not getting up off my seat. You're going to have to move me off this bus." And look at the movement she started by taking a stand. Leaders take a stand, and that's what I expect each and every one of you to do. Leaders change lives, and leaders, more importantly, they inspire lives. They're not leaders because I want to be somebody, because I'm special. You're not any more special than anybody else. The other 2 million people that are graduating today, you're special because of your actions. We all have a certain amount of time we spend on this planet. We have 1,440 minutes a day, 525,600 minutes a year. And you know what separates us? Is how we use them. How are you going to use your time? How have you used your time? How are you going to continue to use your time? But I want to talk about 3 leaders from Doane that they probably don't even know that I consider them leaders. See, most people won't know that you're leaders. They just know, you won't know them, they will know you. 3 that I want to talk about. And by the way, I do bring you greetings from the class of 70. My roommate, Glenn Mitchell, and Larry Green. I mentioned Paul Shellstreet, that's twice, so I can get more loans from his bank now, okay? But be that as it may, 3 leaders that walk the same campus where you are. Walk the same campus. James Katsana, who is a great friend of mine, one of the top terrorist investigators in the United States. When you think about 9/11, unfortunately, Jim Katsana was working for the CIA, but he got his degree right here. He was the top interrogator for the CIA in America, handling the bad guys. That's about the best I can say without cussing, because I don't want to put no money in the jar, the cuss jar today. I don't want to do that. Tom Mangelson, who's known for his outstanding wildlife photography, has been on 60 Minutes. I saw Tom walking around this campus for 4 years in his Army trench coat and his camera the whole time. I don't know if he ever went to class, but he had on that trench coat all the damn time. I know that for a fact. And also Dr. Tom Tonges, who made tremendous strides in medicine and healthcare. These are 3 of my heroes, but there's Doane heroes all over the world. So what are you going to do? I'm asking you to go out and change the world. There are causes out there. There are needs out there. There's poverty. There's politics. There's medicine. And it goes on and on and on. Your degree, what this tremendous faculty and staff have helped you to achieve, you can use that to change the world. Now, you think that world leaders come from Germany only? No, they come from right here on college campuses. You have the capacity, you have the leadership, you have the ability to go out and change the world. But you do that by changing your world. I want you to change the world you live in Exeter, in DeWitt, in Crete, in Lincoln, in Omaha, in Colorado, in Nebraska. It doesn't matter. You change your world and you'll make this a better world for everybody. I want to tell you, the world needs you. We're in a terrible place right now. We have got to get better. We either get better or we obliterate each other. Which one do you want? I want to get better, and I need you to help us do that. Each and every one of you can do that. Here's what else I need. President Hughes, some months ago when I met him, years ago when I met him, said, JV, I've got this great idea. Now, mind you, at the time we were drinking. I said, President Hughes, what the hell is it? What, oh, damn. Now I'm down $2. Now I'm down $2, okay? He said, I want to raise $100 million for Dawn. I said, oh, really? Okay. I can give a little bit, but I don't have $100 million. You know, my name's Jim Beatty, not Jim Buffett. I'm not, you know, Jimmy Buffett or Warren Buffett. I'm not related to that, but, you know, I'll help out. So here's another thing I can do. And by the way, being a leader means you can find things to do. It's easy to say no, find a way to say yes. So by my mathematics, you understood I was a mathematics major. And the reason I was a mathematics major, because I tried chemistry. Boy, chemistry got so hard at one time, I came in and took the test. I misspelled my name. And I said, well, new career. Let me run over here to the registrar and drop this course real quick because I don't need no F messing me up. So anyway, I was a mathematics major. It's a lot simpler. Yubachiskim, geometry and Chinese calculus, all that I understood. But that math, that chemistry, oh no. Once we got past H2O, it was a no-go. Absolutely. So here's what I'm going to do. According to the stats that Roger gave me, there's 247, President Hughes. I'm sorry, that's another dollar too. But there are 247 grads. I understand one's not walking, but be that as it may, I'm using 247. 247, math major, 24/7, 247, Dawn, that makes sense. So my wife and I, we're going to give $247, among other things, but we're going to give $247 so this class of 2025 can say everybody gave a buck. Give a buck for Dawn. I give a buck for Dawn. We're going to give $247 among with other things we're going to do, but I'd ask each one of you to do that as well. 247 squared is $61,009. You see how fast I did this? I wrote it down. But see how fast I did this? $247. But I want you to go out and change the world because you can. The world must be changed. And I tell you what, if you follow what I'm asking you to do and follow what you're capable of doing, the world will become a better place. Why? Because one Dawn graduate at a time makes it better. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, if that didn't inspire you today, everybody, another round of applause for JB. Thank you. Graduates, it's your time. Will all the candidates who are to receive doctoral degrees please rise and remain standing? Dr. Hughes, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates who are present have completed all of their academic requirements and are entitled to receive their Doctor of Education degree today.
Upon recommendation of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Nebraska, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Education, together with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining hereto.
We will now begin the Doctor of Education degree. Dr. Timothy Fry will read the graduates and will be assisted by Dr. Catherine Najjar, Dr. Mark Orsog, Dr. Joshua Pope, Dr. Jocelyn Shock King, Dr. Nicole Smith, and Dr. Catherine Summervold.
Audrey Joy Andrews. Her dissertation entitled Experiences of Bilingual Liaisons Supporting Newcomer English Learners. Her dedication reads, I want to dedicate my dissertation to my grandma and grandpa, who were simply the best. Kelly Coash Johnson, dissertation entitled School Personnel Administrators' Perceptions of Mid-Career Teacher Retention and Professional Development. Her dedication reads, I want to dedicate my dissertation to my family, who has been an amazing support. Yulia Nikolaevna Baryshnikova Evans, her dissertation entitled Changing the Scene. Internationally Educated Teachers' Cultural Teaching Values. Her dedication reads, "This dissertation is dedicated to all internationally educated teachers who decided to continue their teaching career in a new country despite the challenges they faced. You are strong, brave, and resilient." Kimberly Goldsmith. Her dissertation entitled, "Who Leaders Are and What Leaders Do, a Qualitative Study of Cognitive Coaching in Elementary Schools." Her dedication reads, "I dedicate this work to my husband, Brian, and my children, Roy and Winnie. I also dedicate this experience and product to my late mother, Jamie Swanson Rood. Growing up with a mom with a master's degree who wrote a published book motivated me to dream big for myself academically and professionally." Rachel Ann King. Her dissertation entitled, "Voices of Innocence and Experience, a First-Year and Veteran Secondary Teachers in a Collaborative Partnership." Salim Suleiman Mirza. His dissertation entitled, "Experiences of Yazidi Refugees Adjusting to New Norms in a Midwest City, a Qualitative Multiple Case Study Exploring Refugee Resettlement and Integration." Tracy Luann Nikolai. Dissertation entitled, "What About Us? Participants' Lived Experiences as Paraprofessionals Working with Deaf and Hard of Hearing Students with Additional Exceptionalities." Her dedication reads, "Fulfilled my promise to you, Harry Bernard Nikolai, in the early hours of 12/9/19, with your final breath that I would be called Dr. Nikolai in your honor." Jeffrey S. Norris. His dissertation entitled, "AI and HR, a Nexus Event." His dedication reads, "I dedicate this to my wife and daughters who have seen me drive, struggle, and persevere through my educational journey." Congratulations to all of our doctoral graduates.
Will all the candidates who are to receive master's graduate degrees please rise and remain standing? Dr. Hughes, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates who are present have completed all of their academic requirements and are entitled to receive their respective graduate degrees today.
Upon recommendation of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Nebraska, I confer upon you the graduate degree of Masters of Education in Educational Leadership, Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Masters of Education in School Counseling, Master of Arts in Leadership, Master of Business Administration, and Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology, together with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
All the graduates may sit down except for the educational leadership graduates. We now begin the Master of Education in Educational Leadership degree. Dr. Marilyn Johnson Farr will read the graduates and will be assisted by Dr. Teresa Perkins.
Camille Akers. Zachary Allen Beery. Corey David Bird. Janet Marie Carricker. Jason Warren Boyd. Casey Edward Dills. Makira Fight. Megan Johansson. Diana Lynn Hughes. Ellen L. Jakes James. Kate Conrad. Abigail Jean Kutcher. Jonathan Lee. Jessica Podowinski. Erin Kathleen Schoening. Kyle August Schumann. Reva Ann Siegel. Caitlin Lee Sims. Rachel Marie Stevens. Hallie Whitmore.
We will now begin the Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction degree. Directed Deborah Stuto will read the graduates and will be assisted by Dr. Carrie Rath.
Madison Elizabeth Arterburn. Hannah Dawn Cast. Peyton Jean Marie Cooley. Carissa D. Amand. Jennifer Loach. Taylor Melissa Evanson. Emily Nicole Guyton. Mitchell Todd Halligan. Lorena Martinez Vasquez. Caitlin J. Mason. Bailey Rose Meyer. Alexa Mustard. Delaney Sue Novotny. Alyssa Marie Olson. Kelly Lene Roth. Hannah Denise Schuster. Sydney Ann Tramp. Kylie Wagner. Thank you.
We will now begin the Master of Education in School Counseling degree. Director Rachel Catlett will read the graduates and will be assisted by Assistant Professor of Practice Felicia Nofuente.
Rochelle Lee Anderson. Megan Elizabeth Bates. McKenna Darlene Bird. Summer Dawn Hoff. Virginia Huckabee. Kara Elizabeth Cleaver. Amanda Marie Losi. Catherine Lee Marie Schwieger. Holly Lynn Sullivan. Riley C. Toby. James Earl Watson, Jr.
We will now begin the Master of Arts in Leadership degree. Dr. Daniel Bothy will read the graduates and will be assisted by Dr. Jared Cook.
Sarah Lene Hernandez. Macy McIntosh. We will continue with the Master of Business Administration degree. Justin W. Anderson. Masuma Anjum. Matthew Nicholas Arndt. Brandy Nicole Christ. Sydney Case Fairbanks. Nathan Edward Fleeter. Nadine R. Forgy. Renee Gascon. Bailey Joe Henry. Abdullah Lami. Devin Marvin. William Spencer Munson. Kyle Schockenmeyer. Michael Andrew Schomer. Tristan B. Shaw. Jared Matthew Stone. Belinda D. Weber. Tufadzwa Zireva. We will continue with the Master of Science in Instructional Design and Technology degree. Dr. Terry Deems will assist with the hooding. Rachel Ray Black. Abigail Lynn Clark.
We will now prepare for the conferral of baccalaureate degrees.
Will all the candidates who are to receive their baccalaureate degrees please rise and remain standing? Dr. Hughes, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates who are present here have completed all of their academic requirements and are entitled to receive their baccalaureate degree.
Upon recommendation of the faculty, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Nebraska, I confer upon you the respective degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelors of Science, together with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. As a sign of the awarding of this degree, please transfer your tassel to the left side.
Shay Riker Connolly. Joshua James Cotner. Timothy Scott Gans. Christina Gossard. Kara E. Grant. Taylor Green. Kwame Jimfy. Caitlin Jones. Shelby R. Prange.
Again, my congratulations to the graduates and to the families and friends who supported them while they were here pursuing their degrees. Well done. I know everyone's just anxious to get the celebration going, but it's also the president's job to give just a little advice before we send you on your way. With your Doane degree, you are now part of a 153-year history and are joining a group of distinguished Doane alumni all over the world. And as I said during my welcome, at Doane, we build leaders, which means as a graduate, you are built to lead. And as you engage fellow Doane alumni, you now know that they are also built to lead. So there are 5 things that I ask everyone to remember as they leave their office, leave their home, leave their apartment each day. First, faith. Faith in your God, faith in yourself, faith in your calling, faith in your team. Keep the faith because you were built to lead. Number 2, don't believe the hype. You're not as good when you win nor as bad as you lose that people or the world tells you. You will be constantly bombarded by white noise. Block it out. Focus on what matters. Keep the most important thing the most important thing. Keep your humility because you are built to lead. Number 3, make things better. Wherever you go, whatever you do, leave it better than you found it. Every person you come in contact with, make them better. Too many people want to stand around and gripe about what's wrong, but they won't do anything about it. When you see something wrong, roll up your sleeves and do something about it. Don't be passive, because you were built to lead. Number 4, hard work and perseverance trump talent every time. Let me say that again. Hard work and perseverance trump talent every time. That's pretty self-explanatory. You have a great work ethic and perseverance because you are built to lead. And number 5, the strong take from the weak, but the smart take from the strong. The strong take from the weak, but the smart take from the strong. This is a quote from my friend and colleague, Hall of Fame basketball coach Pete Carrill at Princeton. If Pete were here today, I think he would say, you are Tigers. You are built to lead. You're smart and you're strong. You have the skills and attributes to be a great leader and succeed. The world you are entering will have bumps in the road. You can choose to see them as obstacles or opportunities. Don't waste 1 second thinking you're not up to the task. I say, you are Doane graduates, and at Doane, we are changing the world one graduate at a time. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you to all your families and friends for coming. Merrill will ring. Go Tigers. Will Mark Hoyer please come forward once again? Will everyone please stand as Mark leads us in singing the Doane hymn found in your programs. Mark will be accompanied by the Doane University Concert Band.
A hymn of praise we lift to thee, O God, whom we revere. For Doane, thy holy gift to us, our alma mater dear. Her walls are fitting monuments to those who reared them there, and strong lives nurtured in her walls bespeak their answered prayer. We build on Christ this motto blessed, engraved on Merrill's stone, is written to in every heart that loyal beats for Doane. Keep our soul vision then, O Christ, for aye undimmed and free, that we may honor God and Doane by building still on thee.
Thanks again, Mark. And now I'd like to introduce Tafazwa Zariva, who received her Master's of Business Administration degree today and who will be sharing a closing reflection.
Good morning to our Doan President, President Hughes, our distinguished faculty, proud family and friends, and to my fellow graduates, I give you a standing ovation. My reflection today is on a journey from struggle to strength, a true testament of resilience. What a privilege and an honor it is to stand before you this morning on this very day as we celebrate this milestone. I do not take this lightly, nor do I take it for granted. If someone told me I would be standing here today, 3 years ago, if I had been told I'd be standing here today, a Doan MBA graduate, a working professional, and a proud single mother of 2 whirlwind boys, I might have chuckled at the very thought. Yet here we are today. The journey was nothing short of struggle. I was so comfortable in where I was, and I resonate so well with one of the speakers today who mentioned that you have been equipped with so much more than you can imagine. You have been equipped to be leaders. Go out and lead. Don't sit on what Doan has equipped you with today. They tell us that an MBA teaches strategic thinking, financial analysis, and organizational leadership. But if we're honest with ourselves, the most valuable lessons weren't found solely in our syllabi. The real lessons came from the 1 a.m. study sessions that tested our adult stamina, because adult learning is no joke if we're honest with ourselves. The group projects that taught us patience and sometimes crisis management while juggling real-life struggles. And the constant trade-off between reading one more chapter or reading bedtime stories to our kids while letting go of unfinished Netflix episodes. My journey at Doan was fueled by a Zimbabwean word which reads Ubuntu, which means I am because we are. At Doan, I learned that human capital isn't just a business term. It is the living, breathing network of people who show up when you need them the most. It's the Doan staff, the family and friends who helped me navigate school and parenting in this new country across oceans, the professors who extended grace when I couldn't make my assignment on time, and the classmates who became friends while some became family. Today, each graduate here carries a story, whether you're a doctorate graduate, a master's graduate, or whether you have just received your baccalaureate. From the first generation student rewriting their family's narrative, the career changer daring to start over, to the international student building a home across oceans, and the parent balancing diapers and deadlines. That alone is resilience. To the incredible staff and faculty of Doan University, thank you for your patience, for your mentorship, and your belief in each and every one of us. To my classmates, your team commitment made the late night studies sessions worthwhile. To my boys, you are my heartbeats. And to all my babies, this is for all of you. To my sister and my brother in love, thank you for being there for us through it all. I'm eternally grateful. To my amazing friends and family, including those who couldn't be here today, and those who flew across oceans and within the US just to be here, thank you for lifting me up, for cheering me on, and reminding me of who I am. And to my parents, thank you for flying all the way from Zimbabwe to be here today. Your presence honors me more than words can express. To my entire village, whether you are across oceans or here in the US and many corners of the world, this degree is as much yours as is mine. We mastered it. And allow me to mention to Dr. Ann Koopman, to Catherine Archie Johnson, to Louis Sotelo, and though no longer with us, to Dana, what you did for me, I appreciated more than words can express. You made a way where I couldn't find a way. You gave me a source of income where I had no source of income as an international student. And I thank you. As we step forward, let us carry the lesson of resilience, empathy, and gratitude. Let's promise to lead with compassion, to measure success not just by profit margins, but by how many people we pull up with us, not just by awards and promotions, but by the lives that we impact. The world doesn't need more business leaders. It needs more Doan-educated leaders, those who understand that the bottom line only matters if it lifts the whole human life. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to join me in prayer as we bow our heads in a moment of reflection and center our hearts together in this moment of gratitude. Source of light, we gather today as a testament to the power of community created within the very walls of Doan. We are full of gratitude for the minds that have been shaped, the challenges overcome, and the communities that carried us. We thank you for the student body, the professors who saw our potential and inspired us, the staff whose kindness built bridges over our unknown and known struggles, the families whose sacrifices whispered, "Keep going," even in our darkest moments, the friendships forged in the fire, and the angels who appeared when we needed them the most. Guide those still striving, those who face obstacles, and those who dare to dream. May they know that nothing is impossible and that the sky is not the limit. May we use our knowledge not just for personal gain, but to heal, to serve, and to unite. As we go forth, may we carry knowledge with humility, wield our education with compassion, and remember that every person we meet is fighting battles that we cannot see. Guide our steps with wisdom, our hearts with compassion, and our hands with generosity and the courage to build a better world. In the Doan spirit of unity that transcends all differences, we pray. Amen. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world awaits your brilliance. Thank you.
Faculty marshals and junior marshals, please prepare for the recessional.
Mr. Marshall.